some rest. Like Luka didn't have to play the whole game. Austin came out with 5 minutes. LeBron got to sit the whole game. You know, he got a chance to rest. Like that's key. And then you got guys to be able to build a rhythm. Luke Kennard getting some looks. You know, obviously Luka was unbelievable from start to finish, but Austin, more importantly than anybody, he's the guy that you want to find or see find his rhythm back.
Yeah.
So, you know, and then others, we said Marcus Smart, Rui, like they're all kind of, you know, fitting in or finding themselves and building more confidence. So you got a chance to rest and relax a little, but also build some confidence and get one of those games that is very much needed and a win.
Yeah, shout out to Luka Doncic. He continued his strong play. I do want to start with Luka, though, guys. He only played 3 quarters, but it's his 10th 40-point game this season. 4th Laker with 10 40-plus games in a season with 19 games left. And, James, that first quarter, Luka's 5 for 5 from 3 with 22 points. And he ends up with 44, 9, and 5. Efficient night for Luka.
He set the tone. He set the tone at home. He's an excellent offensive player, and he will take advantage of what the defense gives him. Usually, if he doesn't see a double team coming and it's just one-on-one, he's going to try to take advantage of that. And I thought tonight he just really played a full game outside, getting to the cup, and you know, dropping some dimes, just leading the way for his teammates.
I'd like to imagine he'd have a lot more numbers on that list. This is only his first full season with the Lakers.
Yeah.
And he's on that list with you know, some unbelievable names.
Crazy.
So if he gets a couple more seasons and then he plays what we expect him to, like another 10, he might be leading the pack there. But again, he's getting 30 in his sleep, and when he's got the 3-ball going, it's 40. You can count it, and making free throws. So, and he did it in 3 quarters tonight, which was unbelievable. Hitting bank shots, doing it all. But I said I love what he did last night in Denver, where he's moving the ball, even tonight, kind of getting guys involved.
Yeah. And
then also give himself a chance to rest. Like he earned that quarter off by getting 44 in 3 quarters.
Danny, it's something JJ said to Mike Trudell at halftime in that second quarter when the Lakers started to separate. And you saw the pressure come off a little bit. Indiana's going hard at first, getting into the paint, keeping that game close. Luka's able to separate that game. When you're on a team with a guy that can just go on a heater like that and can separate you, how much easier does the game become for everyone else?
I mean, I wouldn't say cakewalk, but it just becomes fun. It becomes like pickup and just guys, you know, like AAU days, just going out and doing some. You see Jackson Hayes getting dunks. You see other guys getting involved. Marcus Smart pointing to the crowd. So when your superstars got it going and you got a comfortable lead, and you know at any given moment they can turn it on when they want to, you always have a chance to win even when it's close. But when it's not close and they're playing like that, you know it's one of those nights where everybody gets a chance to kind of eat.
Yeah, especially when you got a guy like this who can just, you know, get baskets, you know, when he wants at will. I think it improves your defense. I think guys say, okay, we got this guy, he's hot. It makes you want to go and, you know, play a little bit better defense, get it back to him. He's a heater. But, you know, when you got a guy like Luka, man, there's guys in the league that can get it done. Durant's, obviously, Steph Curry. But this guy, he just night in and night. I mean, he makes it look really easy. Yeah. He makes it look really easy.
Does it at his own pace, and nobody speeds him up.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, he's comfortable.
I want to show you guys the Western Conference standings just 24 hours after dropping the game to Denver and falling back a game and a half. Heartbreaking fashion. The Lakers pick up a game on the Nuggets. Remember, they had a back-to-back at home. They got blown out at home by the Knicks by 40. And unfortunately, Jamal Murray exited the game after 18 minutes with an ankle injury. Don't know the severity of that, but the Lakers taking advantage of a bad Pacers team. So they're now 38-25, just a half game behind the Nuggets, a couple of games behind the T-Wolves, who they will see on Tuesday. But first, the New York Knicks, red hot, obviously, after that Denver game, coming into town on Sunday. But that Western Conference, and Danny, we talk a lot about it on our shows here. It's going to be moving every single night, 19 games left in the season. It's fun to watch the scoreboard as well if you're a fan.
Absolutely. It's going to come down to the last week or two. But I feel like there's been a lot of seasons where the races are close, but it's always up, changing and moving. At this point in the season, you got to focus on you and focus on the bigger picture and getting better. Control your controllables, as they always say, and dictate your own destiny. If you take care of business and do what you're supposed to do, you're going to end up where you're supposed to be. And not worry about where Minnesota is, where Houston is, or Denver, or let's try to manipulate who we want to play in the first round. That's when the basketball gods will come to get you. If you just play basketball and play to win, and if they take care of business on these next 5 games and get, 3 or 4 of the next 5 and win against those top, 500 teams, they'll be placed at a pretty good position to where they might be able to get home court advantage if they continue to win out and play better basketball.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's in their control right now. You know, they are in a good spot with the opportunity to move up. This next game, the biggest test of the year, maybe. With the Knicks coming in here. This is at this
Early
time of the
game,
year.
12:30.
They've had some big games, but this time of the year, with the Knicks coming in and the way the Knicks are playing, as confident as they are, you're looking at a potential, you know, Eastern Conference championship. Perhaps I don't want to get ahead of myself because Detroit and some other teams are out there. But this is a big game for the Lakers to test to see where they really are, playing against a really good team that's a playoff-bound team that's pretty solid in a lot of categories. They're going to be tested on Sunday.
Maybe this isn't a coincidence. Maybe it is. Rob Pelinka trades for Luke Kennard, one of the top three-point shooters in the league. And about 4 or 5 games ago, JJ wanted him to be a little more aggressive, get that volume up. But when you look at this Laker team, all of a sudden, they're a little more consistent from three. They're on the rise since the All-Star break. And, Danny, this is, you know, starting to get a larger sample size. We're talking 9 games. They are shooting 41% from three. Again tonight, 46%, 17 of 36.
Yeah, I mean, it's climbing a percent pretty much per game, it looks like, because before the game it was 40%, now they're 41. But that's what happens when you're having fun and you're moving the ball and everybody's involved. You got a couple of games where you can build confidence and get some really good cushion and wins. But in that process, again, you're putting money in the bank. You're getting rest, you're getting guys involved, you're getting Marcus Smart confident, you're getting Luka Kennard. Now all we got to see is Jake LaRavia kind of get it back some. But everybody's getting good looks. Luka's shooting at a high clip. I mean, again,
that's been huge.
Kind of struggled from three most of the year until after the All-Star break. After that injury, he's kind of refocused. Again, if we can get Austin Reeves and Jake LaRavia there, you know, sky's the limit of what this group can accomplish. But Luka Kennard, it seems as if adding him to the team has opened up the floor and made shooting for everybody that much better. And the group is shooting way better. And,
James, on different nights, you can see 6, 7 different Lakers, 8 Lakers hit threes. There are guys that are capable of shooting threes. 6, 7.
Yeah, but, you know.
It's tired now, right? 6, 7's out.
When the ball's moving. I mean, look, we're going to repeat this over and over. When it's moving and it's fluid, you know, guys will knock them down because the pace of the offense is in rhythm. You know, you lather it up. And so, you know, bringing in Kennard, I think Austin Reeves, another guy, you know, we saw Marcus Smart, who's, you know, we don't talk about him enough. He can hit threes, you know, LeBron. So, yeah, we have the guys that can hit them, but I think the offense has to flow a certain way for them to get them. You know, I think it just can't be stagnant and, you know, not moving. It has to be, and I think the defensive pace has to be good, too, for them to be activated to knock down shots.
That's the biggest difference is the offense.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, adding Luka Kennard helps your shooting. Yeah. But guys are getting way more uncontested, better looks because the ball is moving that much better. And Luka's kind of making it a point, even Austin Reeves. But even the bigs, the big to big, like Jackson Hayes is making really good reads off that pick and roll. Like he's rolling. He's either got lob for Brown or corner kick for Rui or somebody. So he's making good reads. And then big to big interior, Brown to Jackson Hayes. So they're making really good reads and moving the ball well offensively. And that's why they're getting open, uncontested shots, which ultimately raise your percentages.
Yeah, you mentioned Marcus. He has 6 threes the last 2 games. Rui is 6 for 8 in the last 2 games. So those guys are starting to find the rhythm. Right, time to hear from Coach J.J. Redick, brought to you by your Toyota dealers.